Anasazi architecture, built to survive or vanish. The Anasazi, or the ancient Puebloans, were a Native American culture who flourished in the American Southwest for nearly 1,000 years. Renowned for their impressive and sophisticated architecture, the Anasazi's legacy can still be seen in the ruins that dot the landscapes of modern-day New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, and Utah. But what purpose did these awe-inspiring structures serve? Were they built to survive the test of time, or were they destined to vanish? This question has sparked intense curiosity among archaeologists, historians, and those fascinated by ancient cultures. To understand the true nature of Anasazi architecture, one must first explore the innovations, challenges, and mysteries surrounding their constructions. The origins of Anasazi architecture. The Anasazi culture emerged around 1000 BCE, with early structures being simple pit houses. These rudimentary homes were dug into the ground and covered with wooden frames, offering shelter from the harsh desert environment. Over time, however, the Anasazi began to develop more complex and elaborate structures influenced by their evolving societal needs and the demands of the environment. By the 9th century CE, the Anasazi had perfected the art of masonry and began constructing multi-story dwellings and expansive villages. The architecture began to reflect a greater degree of permanence and sophistication, a sign that the people were not merely surviving but thriving. With the arrival of the 11th century, the Anasazi had established some of the most iconic dwellings of the ancient world. Cliff dwellings sheltering from the elements. Perhaps the most iconic of Anasazi constructions are the cliff dwellings, such as those found at Mesa Verde and Canyon de Chelly. These dramatic and seemingly inaccessible dwellings were built into the sides of towering cliffs, offering natural protection from the elements and potential invaders. The use of stone and mortar in these cliff dwellings allowed the Anasazi to construct multi-room homes, with some buildings containing as many as 100 rooms spread across several stories. The cliff dwellings were built with a keen understanding of the natural environment. The locations were carefully chosen to take advantage of the sun's warmth during the cold winters, while also being protected from the extreme heat of the summer sun. By utilizing these natural resources, the Anasazi were able to create homes that provided shelter, comfort, and safety. But while these cliff dwellings were marvels of engineering, they also represent the Anasazi's survival instincts. The dwellings were not simply built for grandeur or to impress. They were strategic and practical, designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the southwestern United States, where temperatures can soar in the summer and dip to freezing levels in the winter. The Anasazi were not merely building for the present, but were constructing homes that would last generations. Great houses and kivas, symbols of social structure. Beyond the cliff dwellings, the Anasazi also constructed vast, ceremonial structures known as great houses. These large, complex buildings served as both homes and places for social and religious gatherings. The most famous of these great houses is Chaco Canyon, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which houses the remains of several enormous buildings, some containing hundreds of rooms and elaborate ceremonial features. These buildings were meticulously designed, with sophisticated astronomical alignments that demonstrate the Anasazi's advanced understanding of the sky. Kivas, round subterranean rooms, were central to Anasazi architecture. These sacred spaces were used for religious ceremonies and social gatherings and were often found in the larger complexes of great houses. Kivas were symbolic of the spiritual connection between the people and the natural world, with many of them aligning with solar and lunar cycles. The architecture of these structures reflects the Anasazi's belief that their homes were not just physical spaces, but spiritual sanctuaries that connected them to both the heavens and the earth. The complexity and size of these great houses and kivas suggest that the Anasazi were a highly organized society. The construction of such monumental structures would have required coordination, skilled labor, and resources. The Anasazi were not only building to survive, but also to establish a sense of unity and identity. These structures were symbols of social cohesion and were central to the community's functioning. The mystery of the abandonment. One of the most perplexing aspects of Anasazi architecture is the eventual abandonment of their great cities and cliff dwellings. Around the late 12th century, many of the Anasazi sites, including the vast city of Chaco Canyon, were abandoned. The reasons for this mass exodus remain a mystery, with several theories put forward by scholars. Some believe that environmental factors, such as prolonged droughts, played a significant role in the decline of the Anasazi. The southwestern U.S. experienced a series of droughts during this period, which would have severely impacted the agricultural base of the Anasazi economy. As food sources dwindled and water became scarce, the Anasazi may have been forced to leave their homes in search of more hospitable areas. Others proposed that social upheaval and conflict led to the abandonment. The Anasazi were a highly organized society, and such complex social structures could have been prone to internal tensions. Warfare, overexploitation of resources, or competition for dwindling resources may have contributed to the collapse of their settlements. Regardless of the reason, the abandonment of these structures leaves an air of mystery surrounding the fate of the Anasazi. Did they leave because they could no longer survive? Or were they simply moving on to a new chapter in their history, having mastered the art of survival and now ready to embark on new challenges? The legacy of Anasazi architecture. Today, Anasazi architecture serves as a testament to the ingenuity, resilience, and creativity of the ancient Puebloans. Their structures stand as enduring symbols of a civilization that was intimately connected to the land, the sky, and each other. The cliff dwellings, great houses, and kivas are not just remnants of a lost culture, but are powerful reminders of the human capacity to adapt, survive, and thrive in even the harshest of environments. Despite the passing of centuries, Anasazi architecture continues to inspire architects, archaeologists, and adventurers alike. It raises profound questions about what it means to build for survival and what it means to build for eternity. The Anasazi were not simply constructing homes. They were creating a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the past and the future. Conclusion: survival or vanish? The Anasazi's architecture tells a story of survival, ingenuity, and a deep understanding of their environment. Built with purpose and precision, their structures were designed not just to withstand the elements but to thrive in the unforgiving conditions of the Southwest. The question of whether their buildings were designed to survive or vanish remains open for debate. While many of their great structures are now in ruins, their legacy endures in the beauty and functionality of their designs. The Anasazi, in their quest to survive and adapt to a changing world, left behind an indelible mark on the landscape and on human history. Their architecture reminds us of the importance of resilience, creativity, and community, and it encourages us to think about the structures we build today and what legacy we hope to leave for future generations. Call to action. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of the Anasazi and their incredible architectural achievements, stay tuned for more in-depth articles, videos, and insights into ancient civilizations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends to explore more hidden stories of the past. The enduring influence of Anasazi architecture. As we look to the future of architecture and sustainability, the lessons we can draw from the Anasazi are invaluable. Their ability to adapt to their environment using available resources, their innovative methods of creating lasting structures, and their deep spiritual connection to the land are principles that modern architects and urban planners can apply today. The Anasazi were not simply building for themselves. They were building for a community that transcended time. Their legacy lies not only in the ruins left behind, but in the methods and values they employed to design and construct their environments. The decision to align their homes with natural cycles, to use sustainable materials, and to create buildings that functioned harmoniously with the landscape are principles we continue to see in modern-day sustainable architecture. Moreover, the Anasazi's spiritual connection to their architecture is something that modern society often overlooks. Today, we build with the intention to use, but the Anasazi built with the intention to honor, to connect, and to create a space of harmony. Their work reminds us that architecture is not just about function, it is about meaning and the ability to create a lasting legacy. The relevance of Anasazi architecture in the modern world. In today's fast-paced world, where technological advancements constantly push the boundaries of construction, it's easy to overlook the timeless lessons that ancient civilizations have to offer. Anasazi architecture, for all its ancient brilliance, still provides an incredible blueprint for modern construction. While our tools and techniques have advanced far beyond those of the Anasazi, their commitment to sustainable design, their emphasis on community, and their ability to respect and adapt to the natural world are lessons that resonate now more than ever. As global climate challenges grow, the need for sustainable architecture becomes more urgent. The Anasazi's understanding of how to live in balance with nature and their use of materials that stood the test of time provides valuable insights into how we might design and build our own structures. Buildings that don't just exist in space, but are connected to their surroundings, providing warmth in the winter and cooling in the summer without relying on modern energy-intensive systems, could offer solutions to the challenges we face today. The continuing mystery of the Anasazi. Despite centuries of research and discovery, there are still many unanswered questions about the Anasazi. Why did they leave their homes? How did they develop such an advanced understanding of construction? What role did the stars, the sun, and the moon play in their architectural planning? Many of these questions remain shrouded in mystery, adding to the allure of the Anasazi civilization. The fact that their buildings have withstood centuries of exposure to the elements is a testament to the precision and expertise of Anasazi architects. But it also serves as a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the ancient world. We may never fully understand why they left, but the beauty and ingenuity of their architecture continue to offer insight into a civilization that was truly ahead of its time. Lessons from the past for the future. The story of the Anasazi is one of innovation, resilience, and reverence for the land. Their ability to adapt to their environment and build structures that lasted for centuries is something modern architects can only aspire to. But beyond their technical achievements, the Anasazi left a legacy that emphasizes the importance of harmony between humans and the natural world. As we continue to face challenges related to climate change, sustainability, and urbanization, the Anasazi remind us that it is possible to build in harmony with nature. Their ancient techniques and their holistic approach to architecture offer valuable lessons for creating a future where we live in balance with our environment. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of Anasazi architecture. The Anasazi were more than just builders, they were visionaries who understood the importance of designing for the future, of creating spaces that would not only serve the present but stand the test of time. While their civilization may have faded, their architectural legacy remains a beacon of innovation and resilience. As we reflect on their contributions, we are reminded of the importance of creating buildings that are not only functional but sustainable, meaningful, and in tune with the world around us. The Anasazi's mastery of architecture, their respect for the natural world, and their ability to build with the future in mind are lessons that continue to inspire architects, historians, and environmentalists alike. Their story is a powerful reminder that architecture is more than just construction, it is an act of connection. It is a way to create spaces that endure, inspire, and stand as monuments to the ingenuity of the human spirit. Call to action. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of the Anasazi and want to learn more about their incredible